Ladies and gentlemen, this week's episode of Smackdown wasn't too bad. In fact, it was decent. Now, there were only 4 to 5 things I enjoyed on this show. Everything else was just complete god-awful. We got Daniel Bryan cutting a promo in the ring. We got the Fatal 4-Way match for the SmackDown Women's Tag Team Championship. We got Tamina defeating Nia Jax in the disqualification. I don't know why we got that match. That match was complete garbage. And I can tell you that's one of the things I did not enjoy watching on the show. Tamina versus Nia Jax. One of the matches I did not enjoy watching. Edge's Dreams. Magnificent. Sasha Banks talks Wrestlemania. More of Sami Zayn's, I guess, story or whatever. I don't know. We got the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And Roman Reigns' final assessment ahead of WrestleMania. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. You know how I break it down on the channel. We're going to go over it all right here on my Ingram Wrestling News and Gaming YouTube channel. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I am IWN's very own Brennan, back here with another SmackDown review this week. If you're new to the channel, hit that sub button, turn on the bell for notifications, so you won't miss all my NXT, Raw, SmackDown, and NXT UK and AW Dynamite reviews that go live each and every week on the channel, so you won't miss all of my wrestling and gaming content on the channel. Also, follow me on Twitter at Ingram Wrestling, and follow me on Twitch at Ingram Wrestling News, and you can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I have other social media platforms. Now, I just want to clarify something before I get right to the review. And this is very serious. Now check this out. If nobody's going to join my chat for the review, then I might as well not even go live with my SmackDown, Raw, NXT, or NXT UK, or AEW Dynamite reviews. I need subscribers that I know are going to check out my Raw, SmackDown, NXT, NXT UK, and AEW Dynamite reviews. I need moderators that I know that are going to be here monitoring my live chat every week to make sure, nobody comments no inappropriate things in the chat. You know what I mean? I need shit like that, man. I don't want to just be going live and doing a review and nobody's fucking listening, nobody's on here watching, you know what I mean? It'd be a waste of time. It'd be embarrassing. I need people in here each and every single day when I review Raw, SmackDown, NXT, NXT UK, and AEW Dynamite every week. I need my subscribers in the chat. I need my moderators and, monitoring the chat. I need all that happening. You know? If I don't have that, then what's the use of going live with my reviews? If I don't have my moderator in the chat monitoring the chat every week, and if I don't have any subscribers watching or even commenting in the chat, talking to one another. Anyways, I don't think nobody even cares. I wish people would start caring. Anyways, we're going to get right to the review because I'm ready to get this over with and get off. This is for the people who did not watch SmackDown last night. If you didn't, then you were in for a great show. It was a decent show last night, to say the least, anyway. So, SmackDown starts off with a recap of last week's episode, in which Daniel Bryan brutally attacked Edge after the main event before putting Roman Reigns in the yes lock and officials breaking it up. Daniel Bryan makes his way out of the ring and hypes up how close we are to WrestleMania. Bryan says he is excited about everything about WrestleMania and that he is most excited about hearing the roar of the WWE Universe in person. Bryan says he can't wait to walk down, I was going to say wrestle, to walk down to the ring with 25,000 people chanting yes and yeah. Bryan reflects on all the times people have said to him, referencing how Batista and Randy Orton said he didn't belong in the WrestleMania main event, as Edge and Roman Reigns have said the same thing this year. Bryan says that every time life has told him no, he has said yes. Bryan calls the match at this year's WrestleMania the biggest match of his career. I absolutely agree with that. Bryan says that at WrestleMania, Edge and Reigns will get the best and the most dangerous Daniel Bryan there has ever been. And says that he will walk out of the main event of WrestleMania as the Universal Champion. So the Street Profits are interviewed backstage before being attacked by Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode as the fight goes towards the ring. Alpha Academy, Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio join in the fight. So we got the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, and what I thought was the best match on the show. It was the only best match on the show. I mean, there was no other matches booked but the Andre the Giant and Nia Jax versus Tamina. Might as well say the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match was the best match on the show. Only best match on the show, man. I can tell you right now, 4 of the 5 things that I enjoyed on the show was all the promos. The promos from Daniel Bryan, the promos from Roman Reigns, the promos from Big E. Not the promos from Edge, I tell you that right now. Because I'm not an Edge fan. It's that simple. I'm not an Edge geek. Unlike some of these other Edge geeks in the community. I'm not an Edge geek. I'm not an Edge head. But he is one of the all-time greats, I will say that. So I respect him for being an all-time great. So at least I said something good and nice about Edge. He can't block me on Twitter for that. But anyways, we got the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. I said that for probably about 2 times already. Dolph Ziggler, Robert Roode versus Street Profits versus Alpha Academy versus Rey and Dominic Mysterio. And I don't know if you all noticed, but the only legitimate team in this tag team division are the Street Profits. All the rest of the teams were paired up by Bruce and Vince McMahon. All these 3 teams, the Mysterios, the Alpha Academy, and the Dirty Dogs, all those teams were done and were paired up because of Bruce and Vince. Yeah, I know. It's hard to take that answer. It's hard to not believe that, but you should. Anyways, back on the air with the Fatal 4-Way match. Chad Gable and Dominic Mysterio are in the ring. Otis runs in with a slam on to Dominic. A blonde tag and a cover from Ziggler leads to a 2 count. Now, Roode comes in and applies a chin lock to Dominic before strikes to Dominic's back. As Gable tags in, Gable begins to work Dominic's arm and a submission hold. Dominic counters a slam attempt into a cover for a 2 count. Dominic makes the tag to Rey, who comes in with fast-paced offense. Rey and Dominic knocked every man off the apron. Rey hits a middle rope dive as Dominic dives to the outside to put every wrestler on the ground outside the ring. So that we got a commercial break. And then back live, Montez Ford and Robert Roode is in the ring. Ford hits a drop kick and covers for a 2 count. Ford flips out of a suplex attempt and hits a hard right hand to Ziggler. Roode hits a spin buster. He hits a spine buster. That's what I'm trying to say. Spine buster. Otis tags in for a cover on Ford before Rey breaks it up. So now Otis Irish whips Ford into a right hand to the stomach and tags in Gable, who hits a Northern Lights suplex into a pinning combination for a 2 count. Ziggler tags in and puts a chain lock on Ford. Ford breaks free to be caught by a drop kick from Ziggler. Ford catches Ziggler for powerbomb. Roode and Angelo Dawkins are tagged in as Dawkins takes out Roode and Gable. Rey tags in, clears the ring. Dominic makes a cover that is broken up by Otis. The Street Profits throw out Otis and Ford. They throw out Otis, and then Ford hits a dive to Otis on the outside. Gable and Dawkins tag in and try to cover each other. Ford tags in and hits a frog splash as Roode tags in as Ziggler super kicks Ford out of the ring. Roode covers Gable for a 3 count. Man, I could tell that I'm sleeping when I'm talking, man. When my eyes feel this tired, I can tell I'm sleeping. I feel like I'm about to fall off this damn chair. For real. I'm dead serious, man. Y'all, I'm dead serious. Everybody in the chat, I am real fucking like 100% sure. Now, my thoughts on this Fatal 4-Way match. Honestly, I will say that this would have been a hell of an opener for either night of WrestleMania. Now, it was an action-packed match that highlighted the strengths of each team while positioning the champions as vulnerable late. Then, like good heels, they sized the opening and did exactly what they had to do in order to retain their titles. Now, the only problem is with it as it was presented here. The commercial breaks really hurt the flow of things. I can't stand that's one of the reasons why I can't stand commercial breaks. We don't need to see commercial breaks every fucking goddamn week on TV. What are they for anyway? I don't understand. Anyways, without them, this could have been a hell of a match and certainly worth of inclusion on the WrestleMania card. Now, it will be interesting to see where things go from here. Street Profits were seconds from victory, only to have it stolen out from under them. Now, question is, will it be enough to warrant a rematch? Or will we have a new team step up? It bears watching, but, one thing is for certain. The tag division on Friday nights is far heavier than it was just a few months back. Now, Bianca Belair's interview backstage. She says she is excited and nervous for her WrestleMania match against Sasha Banks. Belair says she is ready for Banks and that she will defend Banks. She will defeat Banks, basically, and become the SmackDown Women's Champion, and it will be the greatest night of her life. Commercial break. Back on the air with a video package showing Big E back in his hometown of Tampa. Big E says WrestleMania will be in his city. Big E cut that promo, man. That was fucking straight fire. That promo Big E cut it. That was the best. That was the best video package I've ever seen of Big E. Best promos he's ever cut it in that video package. Now, Big E says WrestleMania will be in his city. Big E visits his downtown area and shows his high school. He says Tampa taught him discipling. He says Raymond James Stadium, and where Apollo Crews' Intercontinental Championship dreams die. A video recap of Raw's ongoing feud between Randy Orton and The Fiend with Alexa plays next. Who fucking cares? I really didn't care about that. I walked away from the fucking stream when I saw that. Dude, that feud is so fucking boring, dude. We have seen that feud so many times. Please come up with new feuds, Bruce and Vince. We are tired of seeing the same feuds every week on television, dude. Now, hyping up their upcoming WrestleMania match. Basically, that's what the video recap was about. The video goes over the major moments from the feud from Orton burning The Fiend, The Fiend's return, and narration from Bliss says that at WrestleMania, Orton's legend will die. I honestly don't care about this Orton and Fiend feud. I think it's done got to a point where it needs to just come to an end completely because nobody doesn't care for this feud anymore, man. Nobody cares about this feud anymore. It needs to go. It's boring. It's fucking boring. Absolutely boring, man. Anyways, what was even more boring on this fucking decent episode of SmackDown, and one of the things I didn't like on the show, was Tamina versus Nia Jax. I was not impressed with neither female wrestler in this one. They did absolutely awful. And I'm pretty sure the entire chat agrees with me with that. I'm sure the entire chat agrees with me when I say that Tamina and Nia Jax did absolutely fucking god awful. They did. This match was so fucking terrible that I was about ready to reach for that remote and change the entire channel, dude. I'm serious. That's how freaking boring this match was. Oh my god. I about wanted to fucking laugh. I about wanted to fucking laugh and fall out the chair, man. This match was complete garbage, man. It was. Oh my god. And I know one of my Twitter followers named The Real One. He's not a fan of Natalya. I don't blame him, dude. She is fucking terrible, dude. I don't think anybody in the community realizes how terrible Natalya's been lately, man. Oh my god. You ain't seen nothing yet. I'm telling you, wait till the next few years come. She's gonna do even more fucking awful in the ring. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you what I know about some of these female wrestlers. But there's not much to go on here. There's not much to go over with this match. It started out with a lockup before Jax throws Tamina to the mat. Tamina gets up and throws Jax to the mat. Tamina hits Jax with a flurry of strikes in the corner. Jax shoulder tackles Tamina to the corner and hits a series of stomps. Tamina rolls out of the corner for Jax to run shoulder first into the post. Tamina goes to the corner, but is met with a strike from Jax. Tamina hits a Samoan drop on Jax. It makes a delayed cover before Shayna Baszler breaks up to cover for a disqualification finish. Yeah. This match is absolutely right at the bottom of the barrel, man. This shit was fucking garbage. Why would you book garbage like this on a fucking SmackDown Go Home show, Bruce? Huh? Why would you book something like this when you know it's going to be god awful? Tell you, man. Bruce's writing is getting even worse and worse and worse. Dude, soon he's going to get fired. He's really, every single one of us are going to get our wishes soon. And you know what our wish is going to be? Our wish is going to be the fact that Bruce is going to get fired. My wish is for Bruce to get fired and for Vince to get removed. My wish. These guys are terrible, man. You literally got a man in his 60s still writing. Man in his 70s still chairman of WWE. Who the fuck? First of all, who the fuck wants a man in his 70s as fucking chairman of WWE? Are you fucking serious? Get the fuck out of here. Vince can't write, produce worth shit. Not even Bruce. Even with Vince producing and writing, it ain't enough to better the shows, man. It's not enough. It's not enough, dude. Baron Corbin wasn't even enough to boost up the Raw viewership this week. How do you think majority of us in the community felt? How do you think we feel? Yeah, I'm going to let you answer that one. This SmackDown Women's Division, man, needs some improvement. Damn, for once, at least do like the AEW Women's Division, for fuck's sakes. You see, the AEW Women's Division is improving, so why is the SmackDown Women's Division not improving? And you know what? Raw Women's Division is definitely not improving. They are definitely right at the bottom of the barrel. They are not doing good. Between these SmackDown and Raw women's divisions, man, I tell you, both of these divisions, they need some improvement and they need some fixing effective immediately. These divisions fucking suck. Period. They really do. And you know what? You know what's embarrassing? It's embarrassing for the simple fact that the AEW women's division and NXT women's division is doing more work. They're putting their asses, you know what I mean by they're working their asses off. In other words, NXT women's division and AEW women's division is doing their best to make their division the best divisions possible. Meanwhile, Raw and SmackDown women's division, they're not trying enough. They're not trying. They're not trying, dude. Now you see why I watch AEW and NXT. Now you see why I watch AEW Dark and AEW Dark Evolution. Because AEW Dark and AEW Evolution always books the best women's matches on their shows, man. Those women's matches, those AEW Evolution and AEW Dark women's matches I watch, those women's matches are better than the women's matches that we get on SmackDown and Raw. No fucking shit. No question about it. There you go. Truth's been revealed. And the women's matches we get on NXT and AEW Dynamite are even more better than the women's matches we get on Raw and SmackDown. Also, the AEW and NXT women's matches. Let's not forget about those. So, the AEW Dark, AEW Evolution, AEW Dynamite, NXT, all those women's matches on those brands are better than the women's matches we get on Raw and SmackDown. Raw and SmackDown women's matches are fucking god awful, man. Really. They really are. Bruce, if you can't write worth of shit, Vince, if you can't do your job as chairman, you both might as well fire your fucking selves. Or just fucking step down or quit. Seriously. There's no sense in giving us all this garbage every week, man. We don't deserve that. We as a community deserve better Raw and SmackDown about Bobby Lashley. Who the heck asked for Baron Corbin to even be on Raw in the first place? Oh, let me guess. Bruce or Vince? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna pretend like nobody didn't see Baron Corbin on Raw this week. I am. I really am. I can see the Baron Corbin geeks crying. Oh, but Vince McMahon and Bruce sent Baron Corbin to Raw because he was only trying to help Bobby Lashley. Who fucking cares? He's not a Monday Night Raw superstar. He is on the SmackDown roster, not the Monday Night Raw roster. Why would you send Baron Corbin to Raw to help Bobby Lashley? Oh, that's right, because your stupid political agenda and the stupid goddamn brand invitational. Is that why? Because I think that's exactly why. It's got a lot to do with their stupid political agenda and their fucking brand invitational. I cannot believe they are still doing this brand invitational. That explains why Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler were on SmackDown. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are not even SmackDown women's wrestlers. And they're on SmackDown. They're Raw women's wrestlers on SmackDown. The fuck is Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler doing on SmackDown? Are you fucking serious? Jesus Christ, man. Seriously. This shit sucks. Wyatt Squad is interviewed backstage before being interrupted by Billie Kay and Carmella. What the hell's Billie Kay and Carmella doing paired up together? Who asked for this? Oh, let me guess. The fucking Billie Kay version geeks. Or I'll give you one better. The fucking Carmella mercs in the community. Anyways, after going back and forth soon enough, all the teams involved in the tag team this shit was fucking garbage, man. Oh my god. Who even cares about the women's tag team turmoil being booked for WrestleMania? Oh my goodness, man. So the teams involved in the tag team turmoil match at WrestleMania started a brawl where Natalya and Tamina stood tall. Who cares? Why is there even a women's tag team division on Raw and SmackDown anyway? And why is there even a women's tag team division on NXT? Oh, that's right, because now the NXT women's tag team champions are on NXT now. Because they were introduced by William Regal and Triple H. And I guarantee you Bruce and Vince were heavily involved with this fact that NXT tag team champions got introduced. When they know good well that they should have had Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax drop the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions to Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. But no, Vince and Bruce didn't want that though. So they wanted to have Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler retain instead of dropping them, the titles. So now the titles are staying on Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. And they've been on them for a while. Man, if that doesn't tell you how fucking shitty and awful this product is, I don't know what else to tell y'all. I really don't. This is so awful, man. These divisions are fucking awful. These divisions on Raw and SmackDown. And you might as well say everybody in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal are right back to Titus Catering, including Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. And that's exactly what happened in that Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which we're going to go over here in a bit. A video package is shown that goes after Cesaro's lack of WrestleMania success while promoting Seth Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins! Well, let me think for a second. What's a hilarious name I can call him? The Seth freaking Clown? Ha! That's a better one. Oh, man. Seth Rollins needs to delete social media. He is awful on social media. He needs to delete it. He doesn't need social media, dude. Everybody on social media cannot stand Seth Rollins. So bad that Becky Lynch might end up breaking up with Seth Rollins. All that shit he's dealing with on social media. Oh my gosh. And speaking of social media and everything, folks, I saw a tweet yesterday, and guess what? I got some sad news to break to y'all. So, you know DMX, right? The rapper? Yeah, he passed away at 50 years old. And I think he died due to a drug overdose. These drugs, they are really taking people away, man. People got to really get away from these drugs, man. It's really, really awful. It's really bad. People got to stop doing drugs, or it's going to kill them. Most importantly, people need to stop taking these vaccines. These vaccines are not going to help anybody. You seen on the news last year where vaccines had killed a few people. There were some vaccines that killed people, man. Guys, do not trust those vaccines. Don't take them. I don't trust them. You don't see me taking them. You don't see me taking them. You see me wearing a mask every week. I'm not taking them damn things, man. Shit's probably got COVID all in that fucking vaccine. Trust me. Don't take it. It's probably got COVID in that vaccine. And knowing what them fucking nurse and doctors been doing to that vaccine, shit. I'll be damned. I'm not fucking touching that thing. I'm not taking it. Fuck that shit. Anyways. I'm old enough to make my own choices anyway. I'm 22. So, WrestleMania success while prompting Seth Rollins, while ending with a narration from Rollins saying that this and this ad has been paid for by friends of Seth Rollins. Yeah, sure thing, Seth Rollins, sure thing. What about those awful ties you've been wearing? I imagine you got them from Goodwill, because that's what it looked like. Edge makes his way to the ring with a chair in hand. He enters the ring and puts the chair down. At a commercial break, SmackDown is back on the air with Edge. Boo! Obviously, I'm saying it for a reason because I really don't give a shit about Edge, really, to be honest. I don't even know why he even returned in the first place. He was not even the rumored favorite to win the 2021 Men's Royal Rumble. It was actually Daniel Bryan. Hello, you fucking Edge mercs in the community. Edge fucking idiots. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm talking to you guys. After the fact, anyway. Now, Edge is sitting in the ring with a spotlight on him. Edge talks about going to WrestleMania. And that night is when he knew what he wanted to do with his life. Yeah, sure thing. Just like you got heavily involved with Vince and Bruce's agenda of having Daniel Bryan lose those matches that he was booked last year. Remember those matches Daniel Bryan lost on last year's SmackDown, folks? Remember? Remember those matches he lost last year at the end of last year on SmackDown? Yeah. I guarantee you, Edge was involved with Vince and Bruce's fucking stupid political agenda, man, of having Daniel Bryan lose all those fucking matches, dude. I mean, Edge, after all, Edge writes Raw, not SmackDown. But what if he was involved with the reasons why Daniel Bryan's been losing? You know? I thought about it last year, man. I thought maybe he was heavily involved with the idea of Daniel Bryan losing matches. I thought about it and thought about it and thought about it. It could be true though. I think it's true. I don't know about you all. Now, he says that night when he knew what he wanted to do with his life, he said, that his dreams come true and he became a WWE superstar who accomplished everything. Yeah, he did accomplish everything. I'm not going to shit on that fact. He accomplished everything except for going out on his own terms. He said he did not walk away. It was ripped away from him. And that he fought and ripped his career back to fate's hands, just like you need to go back to retirement. Thank you. Moving on. He said he came back to steal the show and to main event WrestleMania. Yeah, sure thing. Sure thing, Edge. Radio superstar. Edge shifts his focus to Daniel Bryan. And I'll tell you one person who doesn't like you, and that's Karrion Kross. I can tell Karrion Kross does not like Edge at all. That's something else, man. And Vince is a fucking idiot for having Edge to win the 2021 Men's Royal Rumble anyway. That was one of the fucking worst, dumbest decisions that ever made. Period. Should have been Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns feuding all the way to WrestleMania 37. That is what should have happened. Instead of having Edge feuding with Roman Reigns, knowing it made no sense. Spear versus Spear? Are you fucking serious, Bruce? Give me a break. Now, as I was saying, Edge shifts his focus to Daniel Bryan and says that he used sympathy to weasel his way into the Universal Championship match. Edge says that Daniel Bryan ruined an epic showdown between him and Edge. Oh, man. Clearly, Daniel Bryan had a reason to do that. He had a reason to do that. Edge then goes after Reigns. Edge says that Reigns is nothing more than Samoan Edge. What the fuck? What even is that? Samoan Edge? What the hell even is that? Gosh, who the fuck is writing this show, man? That's what I want to know. But it means that he is good. And that both them and the fans have had this dream match ripped away from them. Edge says that this match is taking place 10 years ago, after his initial retirement. Should have stayed retirement. Should have never came back. And that he feels disrespected at the fact that he's not being talked about. I was gonna say something, but I'm not even gonna say anything. Edge says, I'm gonna just let it seek out. Edge says that nobody out there knows the pain that he has gone through to get back. He calls out the fans, calling him a part-timer, because that's what you are, a part-timer. You're like Goldberg. You're just like Goldberg, man. A part-timer. You're just like Goldberg, Lesnar, and everybody else that were part-timers in the WWE. And says he calls it a slap in the face and says it's time for him to take back the respect that he has to earn. There was no need for you to come back. You were injured. Why didn't you stay retired? You already look like you need to retire. He already looks like he needs to retire anyway. To be honest. So he says it's time for him to take back the respect that he has earned and that he will be the next Universal Champion. Edge drops the mic and stares at the camera as his theme song plays. Yada, 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 yada. You know what I've been hearing from Edge? Yada, 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 yada. That's all I've been fucking hearing from Edge. The same old shit he's been saying for years. Nothing new, just the same old BS he's been saying for years. Do we really care about what you have to say, Edge? Absolutely not. Are you an all-time great? Yes, I respect that. But we don't really give a shit about what you got to say. The point is, you should have never won the Royal Rumble. Daniel Bryan should have. You should have just stayed retired. And I don't even know why AEW needs Christian. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville are talking backstage. Deville says it was unfair for Ziggler and Rude had to defend their titles, and that she doesn't agree with the Universal Championship triple threat either. Yeah, just like I don't agree with Adam Pearce being unofficial GM for Raw and SmackDown because he fucking sucks. Remember when JD said Vince Joseph fucking sucks? Well, I think Adam Pearce fucking sucks as official GM for Raw and SmackDown. He fucking sucks because he's always making matches that don't make sense official. Jesus Christ. We need an official GM for Raw and SmackDown, dude. Because Adam Pearce is fucking awful as GM, man. He's fucking awful as an official GM. He really is. No shit. He is complete fucking awful. Absolutely awful, man. Back on the air with Sasha Banks being interviewed backstage. That's the face I wanted to see on my TV. That's the face I would rather see than to see Nia Jax and Tamina going at it and Natalya at ringside combined. I'd rather see Sasha Banks in the ring wrestling than Nia Jax and Tamina and Natalya. I'd rather see her on my TV. She looks a lot gooder, a lot better. She's the legit boss. She's the leader of SmackDown Women's Division, the blueprint standard of WWE. All that. Oh, and she's the TOB. The legit boss. That's what it stands for. Now, I don't know. I think she went too far when she said she was the EST. I think the only EST is Bianca Belair. We don't need two ESTs, Vince and Bruce. We don't need two ESTs. We only need one, not two. But Banks says that she doesn't care what Bianca Belair has to say and that she will make Bianca Belair tap out at WrestleMania. A video package promoting the WWE Championship match between champion Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre airs. Oh, wait, I can't hardly wait to see that. I can't hardly wait to see that fail. More than likely it is. Just like Shane McMahon versus Braun Strowman and Bad Bunny versus Miz. Those two matches are also going to miserably fucking fail on one of the WrestleMania 37 nights. Oh, and speaking of Shane McMahon, Braun Strowman, Bad Bunny, and Miz, both of those matches I just mentioned are the matches that I will not be watching. When I see Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon, I'm picking up my remote, and you know what I'm saying? Click, click! And when I see Bad Bunny versus Miz, you know what I'm going to do? Pick up the remote control, clink! Change that fucking channel. Because those matches are fucking complete garbage. McIntyre says that his path is similar to that of Lashley's and hypes the match up as a heavyweight clash of the ages. King Corbin's surprise attack on McIntyre, which that wasn't supposed to happen. King Corbin wasn't even supposed to be on Raw anyway. I don't even know what the fuck he was doing on there. But his surprise attack on McIntyre is shown as Lashley is showing standing tall over the challenger. Great. If Bobby Lashley wins, great. Great. Hell, the title looks good on him anyway. If Drew McIntyre wins, you know the fans are going to fucking boo him out of Ray James Stadium. Or, yeah. You get it. You all get it. Sami Zayn is shown visiting Logan Paul in Miami. Why is Logan Paul's name being mentioned? Oh, that's right, because he's going to be at WrestleMania, right? I don't know why they need Logan Paul. I mean, dude, that was an absolute fucking waste putting Logan Paul on that fucking show, man. On fucking last week's SmackDown. That was an absolute fucking waste. And just wait till WrestleMania 37. It's going to be even more waste because they're going to have him sitting there just watching the match, not doing anything. Probably. Paul was shown with his brother Jake in a boxing ring. Zayn thanks Logan for what happened on last week's SmackDown. Zayn runs out to the parking lot and gets locked out. Probably because Logan Paul is probably going to look to set Sami Zayn up at WrestleMania 37. Probably going to set his ass up. That's probably what's going to happen. I guarantee it's going to be a setup at WrestleMania 37 and Sami Zayn's going to lose. That's going to be embarrassing. That's going to be one of the worst fucking losses of Sami Zayn's career to Kevin Owens at WrestleMania 37. Oh my god. I want to feel so bad for Zayn. For real. If that happens. Zayn runs out the parking lot and gets locked out back into the arena as Zayn runs to commentary to empathize how everything is fine with him and Logan Paul. Yeah, sure it is. Kevin Owens comes out for a surprise attack on Zayn. Zayn escapes a stunner attempt and runs away. So we got the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Folks, I didn't really care too much about the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I mean, who the heck watched this? How many of you watched this last night? Anybody in the chat? I watched it. And guess who I predict was going to win it? Jey Uso! The whole time I kept saying, something tells me Jey Uso was going to win it. And damn, he did. Remember when I was live with my WWE Smackdown watch-along last night? I kept on saying Jey Uso was going to win. And damn, I was right. That's why I am the genius of the IWC community. I can now call myself that now. SmackDown resumes with the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. The match begins in chaotic Battle Royal fashion. Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander team up to eliminate Akira Tozawa. All rallies the rest of the participants to attack Benjamin and Alexander. Soon after both Benjamin and Alexander get eliminated, we got a commercial break. Back on the air with the Battle Royal continuing. Elias eliminates Eric and, well, Eric, might as well say you're going back to Titus Catering. Eric and Drew Gulak is also eliminated. Well, he's going back to Titus Catering too. Followed by Slapjack. Mice is eliminated by Ali. Murphy saves Ali from elimination before Ali eliminates T-Bar. Lucha House Party teams up against Kalisto before Lance Dorado eliminates Kalisto and Grand Metalik eliminates Dorado. Could you imagine WWE booking Kalisto versus Lance Dorado versus Grand Metalik in a triple threat match? 3 luchadors going at it, man. Oh my god. That would be awesome. But there's no build. There's no direction. There's no storyline going. There's no breakup. There's no Lucha House Party breakup storyline. So I don't think it would make sense to book it if there's no storyline, no build, or no direction. You know? So Lucha House Party teams up with Kalisto for Lance Dorado eliminates Kalisto. Grand Metalik eliminates Dorado. King Corbin then eliminates Grand Metalik. Commercial break. Back live for the Battle Royal with 7 superstars remaining. Angel Garza and Murphy fight on the apron before King Corbin eliminates Murphy. Shinsuke Nakamura soon after eliminates Garza. Ali and Ricochet fight on the apron with Ricochet eliminating Ali before Jey Uso eliminates Ricochet with a super kick. Down to Uso. Corbin and Nakamura. Nakamura eliminates Corbin. The first 2 of Nakamura and Uso fight in the middle of the ring. Nakamura hits a big STO and goes for the Kinshasa before Uso counters with a super kick. Nakamura eventually hits the Kinshasa. Did I say it right? I hope I did. Uso reverses Nakamura to eliminate Nakamura. And Jey Uso was the winner of the Andre the Giant Memorial, just like I predicted on my WWE Smackdown watch-along. If you go to my WWE Smackdown watch-along, there's proof that I've actually said it. It's right close to the end of the stream to where I said it. If you fast forward right to the close to the end of that stream, that's when you'll hear me say Jey Uso's name twice. Just so the community can hear me loud and clear. So they're gonna be saying, man, you fucking wrong. You're a fucking merc. You're a fucking troll. And all that shit. You just talking because you want the fucking smoke. Well, people are crazy. You can't pay people no attention, man. They're only in it to fucking get attention, and they're only in it to just fucking easily make you mad. Don't fall for people's bullshit. Never fall for people's bull crap. Never. Now, as Jey Uso celebrates with the trophy, Roman Reigns makes his way to the ring to congratulate him. Back, commercial break, I told you. Jey Uso was going to win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal to make Roman Reigns and his family proud. Remember? I said that. Roman Reigns congratulated him. What do you think that means? Roman Reigns was proud in the inside, not on the outside. I thought he was going to be proud on the outside. He was proud on the inside. He did clap for him. Showing respect for his cousin. As usual. Back on the air with Reigns in the ring with Jey Uso and Paul Heyman. Seeing Roman Reigns seems like one of the only best things going in all of WWE. And he is. I believe it. I 100% believe it. He's one of the best that the WWE has right now. He's the best in this business. And he's probably making more money than anybody on the Raw and SmackDown roster. Plus, he cuts good promos than anybody, probably. And he has the best shirt. And he's got the best moves. And he's won the best titles. And he's the greatest in this business. Now Heyman hands the mic to Roman. Roman says that he is annoyed that he even has to be here, saying that he has more to worry about than to sell himself to the fans. Reigns says that he will show up and win at WrestleMania. Reigns says that when Roman Reigns shows up, WWE's winning. Reigns says that Edge, he's absolutely right. Reigns says that Edge and Daniel Bryan have each had one good week, while Reigns has had over 30 good weeks in a row. Reigns takes credit for making the Universal Championship a coveted title. Reigns says that Daniel Bryan cannot make him tap out, and that this is where Edge's comeback story ends. Reigns says that he will use Bryan and Edge as a launching pad to make his story go even further. Reigns says that in the WrestleMania main event, he will wreck everyone and leave, and that the whole world will acknowledge him after his victory. And that was it. Now, real quick, before I end this SmackDown review, folks, I just want to give you my thoughts on Roman Reigns' promo. And my thoughts on the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. First of all, let's start with my thoughts on the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Now, here's my analyst thoughts, folks. There were a handful of superstars involved with a genuine chance of winning the whole thing, right? And, you know, it ultimately came down to them. So no one was elevated. No one came out of this any better for having participated. WWE WWE wanted the predictable. They wanted the predictable route and it was what it was. Now, were there a full cool spots? Sure, but nothing consulting anything we haven't seen in a million times in every one of these matches. Now, it was a match for match's sake. An Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal is starting to feel like an obligation rather than a useful tool to get stars over at this point. Now, my thoughts on the Roman Reigns promo here. The third promo from the Triple Threat participants, it was great. Roman Reigns was on fire here. The consummate, overconfident villain. Absolutely sure that he is going to leave WrestleMania the same way he entered, despite the odds stating otherwise. Now, he was great as he managed to incorporate his own catchphrase and even squeezed. Roman Reigns has completely reinvented himself, transitioning to the role of bad guys so much easier and more naturally than he ever filled that of the hero. He is imposing, dangerous, surreal, and does not hesitate to rely on interference from Uso or Heyman, even when he may not need it. Now, he is great. He is the best thing about WWE in 2021, and though it is unlikely he should retain his title at WrestleMania. Folks, that's going to do it for your review, man. If you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. Thank you for joining me for my Smackdown April the 9th, 2021 review. I hope you all have a good rest of y'all's weekend, and I will see you live for my WWE WrestleMania 37 Night 1 pay-per-view. Watch along. Peace. I'm out of here.